in 1971 when I had the door barrel.
You hear the Catch a Fire album, kids playing slide guitar, and another white guy playing piano, and it wasn't the Wailers.
My name I called him before Bob Marley.
Session musician who gets paid up front for the job, and that supposedly negates their right for any future claims.
I don't think Jamaica really realize how much of an impact reggae has. They think they do, but they don't. I tell you why, Ansel.
Pack up the kids now. Listen to this now.
The people out there don't actually understand. If you look into this king of how many artists, how many groups he's literally been involved with, has literally played on, and there are so many foundational artists that Ansel's worked with, and most of the tracks that you know and that DJs play foundationally are Ansel's keys.
Everybody, welcome once again to Naah Beg Hype, the podcast where we specialize in reggae culture, preferably before 2003. I know that sounds a bit... What's the word I'm looking for, Pops? Help me out here. I want to concentrate on when it was good and before the internet took over everything.
Listen, when you hear this...
Foundation, exactly. Foundation stuff. Because I think our culture grew so fast and we moved on so quick that we've actually left behind many of the foundation. What makes reggae so big, what makes reggae so good, what made reggae go to the international stage, I think we've completely ignored it. So that's the goal of this podcast, is to stay in that lane. Gleem, would you please have the honor of introducing our most esteemed guest today?
One of the foundational, and we're talking pre-foundational of what we were just talking about there, six decades in reggae. 6 decades. There's not many people on earth that can say that they've done 6 decades in any music genre, let alone such a small, unique genre such as reggae. So I introduce to you, salute a king, Ansel Collins.
Yeah, the music maker from Jamaica.
Ansel, can you angle your camera down just a little bit so we have you more in frame? Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Ansel, put your camera down a little bit more. And then... there we go. Perfect.
St. John, the music maker of the track.
So Ansel.
Yeah.
I am a big fan of reggae music, but I'm more of a fan of history. I'm more of a historian. I like to know what make things tick, how things come about. I just like to know how things work. What got you into music to begin with? And I hate to say it, but let's bring some years into it. Start from there. Take people way back.
You know what I'm saying? From the beginning, it's my mother, you know. My mother loved the music. And when I say I love the music, it was the problem. It was that problem. I used to go to Alpha Tree School, and I used to walk down in the evening after school. I walked down to Federal Recording Studio. And so Delroy Wilson, that is 1960, I mean 61, 1960. And I used to watch Dom Biego and Ernie Randall and all those guys in the studio, you know. So I started from there, 1960, and I take audition with Ernie Randall and all them things. But we just didn't love the music, and my mother always writing songs for me and give it to me. Them days, about 11, 12 we start, you know. 11, 12, so I just start from, you know. And then now I went out with Sonny Bradshaw, and this is the first stage show, and I do Opportunity Hour with V. Johns. That's like what all the guys in Jamaica first. Go do it, Opportunity Hour.
Was it in Kingston?
No, my school was in Arbitrary.
Okay.
Yeah, Arbitrary Senior. I think it was Senior School in Daisy. Yeah,
So what was
whatever.
those times? Those times, what was on the radio in Jamaica?
Foreign tune.
Foreign like what?
The foreign tune, the first Domino and name them and Peggy Lee and we're back. We're back. But we are enjoy, but it's like them never like reggae music.
I had a conversation with Ansel earlier, and it was just a pleasure just to talk to him and understand his dynamic versus the dynamic that my parents would have, our grandparents would have grew up in Jamaica. Because in my household in Jamaica, Pops, they were listening to Patsy Cline, they were listening to Buddy Holly. I know every Patsy Cline song. Everything from Patsy Cline straight to Engelbert Humperdinck. They never played no Ansel Collins in my house. They never played.
One. You might hear in those same material a little Jackie Edwards. Tell me, darling, tell me you love me so. Leave me, darling, oh, me never.
I love you, darling. You know I do. I'll think of you, wherever you go.
And you really hear a little Laura Leakins. Well, I feel so good. I've got a boogie in my bone.
Well, I feel so good. I've got the boogie in my bone. Can't you see, baby? Keep me jumping all the time.
Them two they used to hear, and 1 and 2, look at you dance to hear a reggae music. You dance to hear. It wasn't reggae them time, it was you dance to hear a Jamaican song. But you don't know about that. It dread. Because I'm going to see from this. In 1971, when I had the Dough Barrel, when I record Dough Barrel, it. That, when it's 1971. What on?
Ansel Collins with their #1 song, which is called Double Barrel.
The music sheet has 2 reggae songs on it. It was Monkey Spanner and Dough Barrel. The man them come got England was sing Indiana wants me, Lord I can't go back there, and all them tune just by Martin. Because them shape to play reggae music.
Yeah.
Them shape them piece too much reggae.
So how many radio stations was on the air at that time?
One and only one, RGR. And then you have a sound man them differently. Like them long time man, Count Machuki sound, the Duke Reed. Yeah. And the Cox, can never come here till after 64, when El Pussycat. Because 1960, it was like Blue Beat. There was a guy named Caphilus Beckford, Easy Snapping. Last night from a baby, easy snapping, easy snapping.
It's now you gonna jump and shout.
Them two that road, and then you have Bobby Classic. Oh, I never. That long. One little business studio, the Federal Recording Studio. It was a little business studio. It was like a rehearsal. All those songs that you hear Prince Buster sing. You said it, I'm a blackhead Chinese. It was a small little studio. And it's a little rehearsal studio right behind the pressing plant. Federal Recording, because I knew that press record. So we have a little studio, and the engineer was Graham Goodall.
Is a hat change for that?
What really happened? It's really the fire them come out to Jamaica, come change it, Like, you have man come like Jackie Warpale, you have name them Lord Creator and all them people. Because when Lord Creator come and sing evening news by evening news.
A little brat in rugged clothes, on charming grin and a dirty foggy nose.
That was the biggest thing in a dancehall, If you don't have evening news, you don't have nothing. Them days there. But on the radio now, them not play, them underrate the thing. And all know. Them gone to dancehall and left the best music. Them underrate the reggae.
Yep.
I agree.
Them gone to dancehall, them gone to dancehall and leave out the reggae. But reggae, you can't get out reggae. As long as, I'm going to use the word, I don't know, I'm going to use the word. As long as the English band them, American and Brazil people them can't play reggae, reggae can't dead.
Yep. You know that.
And reggae will never dead. As long as
Well,
them man dead, as long as
Simba,
them man dead about. Yeah.
I don't
Reggae.
think Jamaica really realize how much of an impact reggae has. They
Yeah,
they
man.
think they do, but they don't. I tell you why, Ansel. When I was in the Air Force, when I left Jamaica, I joined the U.S. military. One of my good friends was Hawaiian,
Yeah.
and he told me more about my music than like I know. He made me feel like an idiot. Even when I talk to people like Splurt or Gleem or Pop. I grew up in Jamaica. I cannot hold a candle to the stuff that you all know. And it's a shame that from a business perspective that us in Jamaica don't realize this, capitalize on it and make sure so we could keep that industry going alive and well.
And let me tell you something, man. When you want to know the history, you have to check the people from America, England, Brazil, and them can get history. Because in Brazil, did you know that I have big song? I have big song in Brazil, but them don't know. I am the second artist that went in the Billboard chart from Jamaica. Even though Shaggy himself I'm first. My name I called him before Bob Marley. You know.
There we go.
Because when Bob come about 78 when he started get big. But 1971 we mashed the place already. With Mass Sacrifice and the pipe and all them thing there. In all them time, we start the ball rolling. And when the ball went to number 22 in the Billboard chart, you know, and you have Ansel Collins and you have Millie Small and you have Desmond Decker. Adam three top artists you know. And then in England now, I was the first one that gave Trojan the number one. Trojan recording, first double barrel, and then top of the pops and the British chart number one. I have two songs, but everybody keep talking about double barrel. Monkey Spanner.
And Liquidator.
Monkey Spanner. Yeah, Monkey Spanner went to number 6 in the chart in England, you know. The pop chart, you know. Two songs was in the chart one time, you know. Double barrel and Monkey Spanner. Trust me. Yeah, man.
Gleem, you know,
And
I was saying, Gleem, when we were kids, you used to have all the skinheads, and they used to always play.
you know
That's
something.
it.
You know something. Pack up the kids now. Listen to this now. I record that song a long time ago, and I have it because sometimes I record this and I don't have no money to put it out, you know. So I don't have to pay any musician. We just record. And put out a tune. The kid now, you know, long I have that, and a guy named Larry Lawrence. A guy named come to Jamaica, and I gave it to him with it. Come back and put on Dave back on it. And when I look on the label, you see it mark Dave and Ansel Collins, right by Larry Lawrence. You know, them just Steve. Them do this Rob.
And they took all your rights for that, did they?
But it's not Larry them right. Dough barrel, Monkey Spanner is me record. When I record Dough barrel, you know, I didn't know Winston Riley, you know. I didn't know Winston Riley. When I record Dough barrel, is the engineer from down the West Indies become a dynamic sound. And one day I was at home and I see some guys come check me and say, yes, you know, a bad tune. And them come check me. And I never know their back and either. And then we take a song and we give it to him and then go up to Burns Avenue, for Joe Gibbs, and put on, I'm the magnificent, I'm back with what? And then when the album come out, you see everything marked. Double Riley. You know?
Well, that's
Double Riley. The majority, the LP, half of it, I mean, write a tune there.
That's fab.
But did you get credit on it at all, though, Ansel?
No, sir.
I tell you what, it feel like you had like the whole section for the Wailers, that you know, Big Gordon, Deadly Headley, and Glenn DeCosta, yeah? They used to go in there and they used to get paid $25 per session. So to them, for doing like 10 tunes in a day, $25 was a lot of money. So they didn't really care about it. They could go, oh yeah, because they never seen that money come in before. It's cashing out. You know what I mean? But it's like now, when they have to reap what they sow. Do you know what I mean?
Majority, all the song we're on. You see, all the song that make in Jamaica. And is a musician, is a producer, you know. Them only thing them don't spend no money, but they are the producers. Because if we tell the other as a musician and what to play. Because the producer them just come on and say them are the recording and then we just record the tune.
Well, there wasn't
But
arrangers.
them not a baseline to tell you about.
Yeah, of course. It's people like yourself, the musicians, who knew what you're doing, you know what I mean? They was just there to go, I want to make a new song. You want to come on it? I'll pay you so much. And that was it. Done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a lot of copyrights them days. Never happened.
That's
Well,
it.
I also feel like what's happening then still happening today, because it's almost like, let's say for example, Gleem is popping. Gleem have a hit song. At that point, I really don't care what I'm getting. I just want to make sure, say, if it's Gleem doing it, then Gleem going to get recognized. And most people tend to gravitate to the one that's doing things. Yeah. But because of that, things not really start out properly, or people don't get what them really deserve. Because Gleem is a hot thing, so if I don't get on Gleem track, or if Gleem don't push us forward, it not going nowhere. Yeah. So it's like a double-edged sword.
I think a lot of it with the Wailers as well come around where you do have that, you have the session musician who gets paid up front for the job, and that supposedly negates their right for any future claims.
Yeah.
And that is a contractor. So to say, you're a contractor who's just basically doing the job that I want you to do, and then you can go away and I claim full rights for this piece of work that I've amalgamated from many session musicians. And that tradition was an easy way to stop people from getting paid for the actual tracks that they done.
Well, let me explain something. You remember the Catch a Fire album, right? When you hear the Catch a Fire album, you got like Mr. Perkins playing slide guitar and another white guy playing piano. And it wasn't the Wailers. It was Chris Blackwell brought them in as second musicians. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it was all about that.
Look at God. You know, say, cut off fire, catch a fire. If it's that, the one that
okay.
I play four tracks, organ on it. The one that record say, yeah man, the catch a fire play four.
Yeah. So the one of the most over-engineered albums of all time, apparently. Was it Trinity?
Yeah man, I play four tracks. I can't tell you four songs then because what happened when I went in town, right? So I end up meet up in an RJ studio. When I reach the RJ studio, the keyboard player them for Bob Marley, none of them don't turn up. So
okay.
Them use me on it, you know.
Session musician. And
you and I play four tracks. What I can't tell the four song them.
Because you became famous and because you became well known, were you ever in a circle of somebody that you used to look up to, and then now you guys are like friends, and you say, "Wow, I can't believe like
one of your idols."
One of your idols, exactly, because you're amongst them right now. You know, you're not just your average person. You're amongst them now.
It's a strange. Remember, in the young days, you hear about Ernie Ranglin, you hear about this year. I end up playing in the same band. I play with them in Jimmy Cliff. I work tour with Jimmy Cliff and Ernie Ranglin together.
Okay.
Same. Yeah. Would you believe it, you know? Ernie Ranglin was in the band, you know? Ernie Ranglin was in the same Oneness band with Jimmy Cliff. So, you know, after a while, there's Roland and Tom Harris, all those guys, you know, end up working with them, you know, because they were for me, you know.
So, but now you're in their circle and you're friends.
Yeah, man,
so you can't put a price tag on that. That there's something fulfilling whenever that. And I've had the pleasure of being friends with Pops. I get that same feeling with Pops, and I get that same feeling with other people I meet. I get that same feeling with you to know that, yes, you might not know me personally, and this is my first time being around your circle, but just being in this circle alone is fulfilling to me, and that's something I could never put a price on. Nor take for granted.
Hey, John,
can I ask?
John. Joe wrote a poem for him. Poem, and I'll put it to music for Ansel. I've sent it to you. It's just on the video.
If it's a tribute to Ansel, I'll do it right now. I got it. Where's it?
You wrote this for Ansel Collins.
Which one is that?
You'll hear.
Is the one the one that not AC 30 Day Baker? That's one I'd played. Did Joe send it to me?
Yeah.
Oh, Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe. No pain.
Yeah.
Feel no pain.
Yeah. That's
All right, I played it now.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I know this. Yeah. You did play this for me already.
Big tune.
yeah.
If you don't know, you got to know. Music is the food of love.
Wow.
A music maker from Jamaica.
Wait. Big tune.
Pull that.
Put this for you, Ansel. That was work.
Big tune.
If you don't know, you got to know. Music is the food of a music maker from Jamaica.
Ooh.
Your blood runs through your veins. When it hits you, you feel no pain.
This is straight AI, right?
Yeah, but the music's not. It's my
It's the
music.
vocal.
And I put Joe's word in there. It came up with
better.
She goes, yeah, Ansel Collins, the music maker from Jamaica. I've sent it to Ansel, but I don't think he ever played it.
Okay, now this gets to a controversial topic. What is Ansel? I'm sure you're familiar with AI and AI music. What is your opinion on that?
I don't get it yet, you know. I just learning about it.
And I'm only saying this from just like because I like figuring stuff out. Obviously, that's Pops' music, right? That singer doesn't exist. That singer is not real.
Yeah.
This person is a voice that they put in the system.
Computer.
It's like a good sat nav.
We right now, Pops, I could take your music, make a woman that doesn't exist, using AI and making her sing as if she did exist.
Yeah,
so
it's for
AI is beneficial for the producers now.
Yeah.
Now you have the power. Now you have control. Because, like, for example,
You don't need
Ansel,
art.
him have a rhythm. The rhythm sweet. Everybody love the rhythm. They give the rhythm props, but then all of a sudden, either somebody have to toast on it, somebody have to sing on it, and all of a sudden they get the credit for a lot of the work that the guy that he did.
Yeah,
You're right.
I believe it's a tool to be used. It just makes your skill set higher.
If we can teach Ansel how to use AI, let's say Ansel send you a rhythm, Pops, or send Splurt a rhythm, and then you take that rhythm and put a singer on top of it.
100%. I think that's what it's there for, as a tool.
I think that's what it needs to be done.
Instead of, looking bad on it, use it as a tool in your repertoire.
Yeah, I reckon we need to bring Ansel's voice back.
100%.
That's
Yeah.
what I
On
was
it.
thinking of doing. Ansel sent me some music, and what I wanted to do was I wanted to make a younger version of Ansel, or even whatever image Ansel wants to be reproduced, and then have him singing over the tracks.
I've just got to say, thank you very much for your blessings of all your vibes, of all your tunes. I have danced so many hours on a dance floor to all your works. And literally, the people out there don't actually understand. If you look into this king of how many artists, how many groups he's literally been involved with, has literally played on, and there are so many foundational artists that Ansel's worked with, and most of the tracks that you know and that DJs play foundationally are Ansel's keys.